And your community.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a very good Friday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a pleasant and absolutely beautiful first weekend of August upon us. And today was the first day of August, and it was absolutely beautiful out there too. Today, 77 right now, or I should say 72 right now. The winds out of the north at 5 miles an hour. Dew point is at 50 degrees, so it feels very comfortable out there right now. And no heat index to speak of because of that low dew point. And that dew point will continue to drop. I'll tell you what that means for tonight's forecast in just a second, but we've got some areas up toward the north like Boonville, Old Forge, Herkimer already down into the upper 60s. Cooperstown also at 68, as well as Oneonta at 69, but the rest of us are at or above 70 at this time, and it's still 76 in Albany and 78 over in Saratoga Springs. As far as the comparison to yesterday is concerned, we're about anywhere from 5 to 15 degrees warmer than it was at this time yesterday. I remember last night we were dealing with all those clouds and some of that rain. Temperatures in the 60s. Thankfully, that is long gone. And as I mentioned, those dew points are rather comfortable out there right now, and in fact, in the refreshing category, at or below 50 degrees, especially from Utica up toward the north, where we've already got a dew point of 42 over in Boonville, and in the port city of Oswego, it's already 41. So that gives you an idea of how cool the temperatures could be overnight tonight, because we'll have a calm wind and clearing skies. Obviously, nothing being detected on the radar right now. That's just some ground clutter. And even the satellite radar shows a decrease in clouds from northwest to southeast, and that will continue to be the case as we head through the overnight hours, and we'll see wall-to-wall sunshine for our Saturday. Temperatures will be chilly tonight, between 45 and 50 under mainly clear skies. Still could be a little bit of patchy fog, but tomorrow we'll see a lot of sunshine, maybe a little bit of haze as we head through the afternoon. I'll show you that in a second. Temperatures making their way into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees, but cooler to the north and south. And Sunday remains dry as well and mainly cloud free. But we could see some mid and high low clouds sneaking in there. Temperatures tonight between 45 and 50 for most of us. Cooler to the north. The record low for this time of year, 47 degrees. Set back in 2023. The forecast right now is for 47, so we'll be fairly close to that. And then as we head through tomorrow evening into Sunday morning, we could be seeing some of that mid and upper level haze making its way to our area from Canada, meaning some moderate air quality as we head through Sunday. Temperatures right around the upper 70s to right around 80 tomorrow. Sunny and absolutely lovely. Sunday is still beautiful as well, but we'll see the return of temperatures in the mid 80s. Same thing as we head through Monday. The humidity doesn't become noticeable until we head into Tuesday and Wednesday, when we'll see some more clouds heading our way. And then things look to remain dry even through Thursday. The chance for scattered storms doesn't return to our area until Friday, and it looks like mainly an afternoon affair, with temperatures right in the mid 80s and a little bit of humidity, but still above average for this time of year.
Thank you, Jordan. Still to come on Eyewitness News at 6.
Brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a pleasant Friday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some great weather for the first weekend of August before we see the return of some summer-like weather as we head into next week. So let's take a live look at downtown Utica right now, where it is currently 63 degrees, but with a calm wind, clear sky, dew point of 49. That means temperatures are going to drop tonight thanks to some good radiational cooling, and we're not dealing with the muggy conditions that we've seen in recent nights as well. So high temperatures today. It's actually interesting. Boonville was warmer than most, if not all, of our area. 78 degrees today for the high there. That's because you had a little bit more sunshine. Same thing in Watertown, 79. Camden and Utica and Albany, Saratoga Springs were all at 77 today. It's about 5 degrees below average for this time of year, but tomorrow will actually be a little bit warmer than that by a degree or two. As far as temperatures across the area right now, Syracuse, Utica, and Boonville are all tied at 63. The cool spots are Watertown and I spoke too soon. We've got Cooperstown and Oneonta at 54. And compared to last night, most of our area is warmer by a degree or two, or even a little bit more than that, except for areas down toward the southwest where you're either neutral or cooler than it was at this time last night. Dew points as well in the 30s and 40s for most of us, except for down to the south where we've got dew points in the 50s. But that gives you an indication of where temperatures will be even a little bit chillier than that, thanks to, again, the clear sky and the calm wind. You're not seeing any precipitation falling on the radar at this time. That's just some ground clutter around the 3 radar sites. But what you are seeing is the clearing sky from northwest to southeast as we've headed throughout the day. Certainly a much different picture than it was 24 to 36 hours ago when we were dealing with some of that flash flooding that Thomas was telling you about in the New York City area. Tonight we'll see clear skies, temperatures between 45 and 50. I'll have that low temperature map for you in a second, but tomorrow we'll get up into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees under sunny skies, and that looks to last into Sunday. Sunday could even be a little bit warmer as well. So again, 45 to 50 overnight tonight. Couple of areas to the north could be cooler, like Old Forge at 43, and that record is 47 back in 2023. That's what I'm forecasting, so we'll either tie that record, if not come close to it, maybe even break it. The only complaint that we'll have about tomorrow is that we'll see some of that mid and upper level smoke from those Canadian wildfires thanks to the westerly wind. Temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80 for tomorrow. It's even warmer as we head through Sunday and Monday, around 87 both days, but you won't notice the humidity until Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, when we're still in the mid to upper 80s, and then Friday we could see a few storms with some humidity, high around 84.
Jordan, those are some pretty good conditions for the Bills, who are already in the middle of training camp, and now so is the Syracuse Orange. Eyewitness.
Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And a fantastic Friday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some great weather for the first weekend of August, although we do have a bit of a chilly night to get through first, so let's get to that. First things first, 60 degrees in downtown Utica as of approaching 11:12 this evening. Dew point is 49. That combined with a calm wind is an indicator for where our temperatures are going to go during the overnight hours, and obviously we're not dealing with a heat index right now. That's the same at 60 degrees. Some of the warmest areas were actually up toward the north and west today. Utica at 77 for the high, Camden same thing, but Boonville got up to 78 in northern Oneida County, and up in Jefferson County, Watertown got to 79. I think many of us will be closer to that Watertown number through tomorrow. I'll have that in a second for you, but right now most of us are in the middle and upper 50s to the lower 60s, like Utica and Herkimer at 60 exactly, and we've got 54 in Oneonta, Sherburne, Hamilton, and in Old Forge right now, 51 in Watertown. So Watertown went from being one of the warmest spots to one of the cooler spots, and temperatures generally, give or take, right where they were last night, but I expect those numbers to drop, especially once we head toward and after midnight. Part of the reason is we'll have a calm wind, and also those dew points are dropping as well. They're in the 40s right now for most of our area, but there are a couple of spots, especially to the south of the valley, that still have dew points. The measure of how much moisture is in the air right around 50, so that means it's fairly comfortable. And the radar is dry. You're just seeing some ground clutter. It definitely looks a lot different than it was 24 to 36 hours ago when we were dealing with all that flash flooding in effect around northeastern New Jersey into the southern part of New York State. So we'll get a chance to dry out this weekend. Even there, tonight we'll be dealing with some clouds, maybe even a bit of patchy fog, but I wouldn't count on that. 45 to 50. I'll have that temperature map for you in a second. Tomorrow we'll get up to between 75 and 80, and Sunday could be up into the mid 80s with low humidity. That changes as we head into next week as well, although Sunday looks to remain dry at this point. Temperatures overnight tonight, again, between 45 and 50 in the valley. That means you'll be cooler to the north, and in the higher hills down toward the south. The record low, by the way, 47 degrees for August 2nd. That was back in 2023, so we'll either come close to the record, if not break it, or at least tie it. The only complaint about tomorrow is that, especially the closer you head toward Lake Ontario, you may find some mid and upper level haze, although air quality generally will be in the good to moderate category. High temperatures tomorrow in the upper 70s to right around 80, cooler to the north and south, but still really can't complain. It's going to be absolutely lovely. Sunday, we'll see more in the way of clouds, especially in the afternoon, but still looking really nice between 85 and 90. Same as we go through Monday. The humidity doesn't really become noticeable until we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. All 3 days, I should say, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, in the mid and upper 80s, but also you'll see a mixture of sun and clouds that looks to remain the same as we head through Thursday, with that humidity still present as well, around 86 that day. And then it looks like we'll end the upcoming work week with some scattered storms and still some humidity, highs around 84 that day, Thomas.
Thank you, Jordan. Still to come on Eyewitness.